is not very important at all. Now, I do need to note that I am recording this at 4 o'clock in the morning, mostly because this is when it's the quietest in my house, so it makes for the best recording. And as you can see, I'm just about to go and slay a giant rat or two, which of course is no opposition for a mighty hero like myself. But anyway, due to the time that I'm recording this, you may or may not be able to hear birds chirping in the background. And if you can hear them, I hope they are not too loud. So as you can see, I'm celebrating my victory over the giant rat. And in death, he has granted us bones and rat meat. Raw rat meat, which isn't too much use to me at the moment. So I will just kill this giant frog instead. Now, as you can see, my character in this game is already wearing some pieces of armor and already has a weapon and a few items, because this is not a new account. Excuse me. So as I was saying, this is not a new account. I have had this account for over a year now, but I have not played the game for a year. I did take quite a significant break, and I'm only recently getting back into it, which is why this video serves as a guide to both yourself and myself. So hopefully I can get back into the swing of things. Now, as you can see, I'm currently fishing, which will train my fishing skill each time I catch or successfully capture some fish. And in this case, I am fishing for shrimps and anchovies. Very, very basic level fish or food, if you will. And as you can see, everything I'm capturing is raw. So there are two types of food: raw food and cooked food. Now there's also burnt after chopping down some logs, I can use those with a tinderbox to make a fire. And then if I use the rat meat that I captured or that I obtained from killing the rat earlier in the video, I can cook the rat meat. And the same thing goes for the shrimps and the anchovies. Now, you do need to take care because sometimes if your cooking level is not high enough, you can burn some food. But I don't think this will happen today, as I'm quite a decent cooking level. And as you can see, so far so good. And I didn't burn anything. So that's pretty good, pretty successful. I would be happy with that. So as you can see, once you eat the food, if you were lacking or if you had lower hit points, eating food would replenish your hit points. So as you can see, my hit points are at 65. So I can take 65 points of damage. And once that starts going low, I would need to eat food, otherwise I would die. Now right here I'm just burying some bones, training my prayer skill, which doesn't go up very much at all. But everything in Runescape has a tendency, if you are efficient enough and know a little bit about the game, most of the skills lead into other skills. So let's go talk to Father Ernie, who apparently does not want any company. So let's humor him. I've come to repossess your house. Under what grounds? Let's see what I choose. I don't know. I just wanted this house. Well, there you go. A little bit of humorous dialogue, which is found all over the game. So anyway, as I was saying a few minutes ago, anytime I may refer to the game of Runescape, I am referring to the version I am playing, which is called Old School Runescape. Not to be confused with the garbage of an excuse that is Runescape 3. I've tried back in the day, before it became the abomination it is today, to continue to play that game, and unfortunately could not do it. But away from the negative and on with the positive. Right now, I've stumbled across the mining tutor, who is going to teach me about mining, apparently. So when I stumble across that icon, I know there are some rocks worth mining. But all of these rocks look very similar, at least to an amateur. So as the mining tutor has just told me, there is a bank in the Lumbridge Castle, which is where I started this video. And after prospecting these rocks, I can see that these rocks to my what you want to do with tin and copper is, if you have access to a furnace, which are found throughout the game, you can smelt them into a bar of bronze. But this is not the only thing you can smelt. You can also make iron bars, steel bars, silver bars, gold bars, well, lots of copper ore, and many other, or at least a few other bars of metal, which in most cases is used to craft armor and weapons. So, if we decide to kill this other rat very swiftly indeed, leave the contents behind, and we're heading north back towards Lumbridge. And right here we have a few people training their woodcutting, chopping down a mighty yew tree, which, if I believe, yep, is out of my league. Level 60 required, and unfortunately I'm only level 50. Maybe some other day. So, if we continue further into Lumbridge, we can go and visit the local priest. Father Eric. Now, something a lot of other priests have in Runescape. Father Eric has a church organ and a very fancy stained glass window. Now, in RuneScape, if you use your prayer to give you boosts or temporary buffs, eventually it will drain down and deplete to 0. And to stop that from happening, you want to pray at an altar or drink a potion. But praying at an altar is completely free, so it's always encouraged. Now, further into Lumbridge, we go past the Lumbridge guide, the combat shooters just to my left. When you start the game off, it's handy to talk to these characters, as they can get you on your way and send you into the world of RuneScape just that little bit more protected. Now, here I have arrived at a furnace. So, here you can see all of the types of bars of metal we can make. And now, I've decided to smelt a few bars of bronze, which is the lowest tier of armor that you can wear. And let's see. If we go into our smithing tab, this pretty much gives us a quick breakdown guide of what you may need to craft a bar of anything from bronze the whole way up to rune. Now, if we go into the bronze sub-tab, this gives you all of the different items we can which I do believe I have. So, this guy has let us know that we need to go to Varrock to craft our bronze bars. So, before we make our way to Varrock, I think we will need to pick up a material, or sorry, a tool, and get rid of a few materials. And like any good tradesman, the general store will offer me 1 gold piece. So we'll sell a few junk items to the general store, buy a hammer, which we will then use on an anvil with our bronze bar to create something fancy, hopefully. Take out the intruder goblin, which clearly doesn't belong in a general store, and continue on our journey. Now, if I'm correct, Varrock is across the bridge and north, but yep, as I suspected, I am taking the alternative route. So back into Lumbridge Castle, up the staircase, up another staircase, and into this little room, which, voila, is actually a bank. So quickly we'll grab a few runes, which is used for magic, and I think we're going to teleport. Okay, so we have got our runes. 3 air runes, 1 fire rune, and 1 law rune. And with those runes combined, that gives me the option to be able to teleport directly to the town of Varrock, which we have just entered. Now, Varrock is quite a bit bigger than Lumbridge, which is the town that I was just in. But Varrock has or at least has a few anvils where I can smith my bronze bars. So let's get to doing just that. And as you can see, we have quite a selection of weapons, from a dagger to a battle axe, or armor from pass through Romeo in the shop, but my character isn't really very strong. You know, he's not a pushover by any means, but he's not exactly the strongest man in the land. So as you can see, I've just sold off those bits of armor that I didn't really need. I'll pass back through Romeo again. He likes to visit the general store in Varrock for some reason. He must get exclusive offers. And now, this is the archery shop, or the archery emporium, if you will. So let's see what he has to trade. He has quite a selection of arrows, from bronze all the way through to adamant. Then a few bows, of course. There are two of each bow. So there is a short bow and a long bow variant. And then, of course, based on which wood was used to make the bow, determines the strength. And there's also a crossbow and bolts, but this archery shop isn't very good for those. And then just across from the archery shop is an armor shop, which sells select pieces of armor. And at the very end, the studded armor. That would be armor for a character who plans to use ranged attacks, or at least an archer, such as Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Now what you're seeing here is just a quick run through of the different types of armor and the levels required. The level, or the number to the left of the picture, is the level required. And then there's a little bit of text giving you a brief description of the weapon or the armor piece. And this armor here is specifically for ranged, or for archers, or for whatever you want to call them. And my personal favorite is the second last armor you've seen there, or you saw, which is the Armadillo armor. And it is from the God Wars dungeon, which I will not cover in this video. I should also make a note before I continue that I am only showing off non-members areas at the moment, as when this video was recorded, I was not a members, or I was not eligible for members areas. Now, just here on the screen you can see the magic shop, or the rune shop, and this is where you can pick up various types of runes at usually pretty high prices. So, moving on, we will visit the east bank of Varrock, which is definitely the least popular of the two banks, but as you can see, it's still pretty popular, especially with the as you can see there, that was a shark, but because I'm a non-member and shark is a member's item, I don't have access to it. So if I was to try and take the shark out of the bank, I would not be able to use it. And by use, I mean I would not be able to eat it. So I would not gain the benefits. And all of those herbs and potions and seeds, they're all members' items. Now my bank hasn't changed too much from what you just saw, but that was definitely not everything that I have. Let's see what we forgot. Based on the runes I'm picking out, it looks like we're about to go teleport somewhere, but I am not sure where. Okay, so 10 of each rune and some magic gear. I wonder. Okay, let's equip some of this other gear. So take off my heavy armor and put on some light robes and an staff. And what the staff does is grants us unlimited runes, which opens up quite a bit of extra spells. So we just teleported from Varrock to Falador. And as you can see, there are guards at level 21, which in a group may become a bit of a hassle, but one-on-one, that's not a problem. But lucky for the guards, I am in a multi-combat area, so if I'm feeling particularly brave, I can attack 2 guards at once, or even 3. I can continue to attack guards, but as you can see, sometimes they get stuck behind each other. So I can actually use that tactic against them. So even though there are 3 guards focused on me, only 2 of them can attack. And then I did not choose to kill that guard, because when he dies, his friend will step up and attack in his place. So I only weakened him and left him vulnerable. Now here I've taken off my armor, or the majority of it, to try and show how much damage the guards can actually inflict. But my defense is working pretty well. So far they're not doing too much damage. But this is to be expected, as I am approximately 3 times their level. So it's only fair if it's 3-on-1. Now, if I was to turn off auto retaliate and then stop attacking the guards, as you can see, my character will just sit there and not move. But then once I turn auto retaliate back on, he realizes that there are 2 people behind him stabbing him with a sword and a battle axe. So it's probably best to attack back. as you just saw there now, I was being attacked by a guard and didn't feel like fighting, so I just teleported back to Lumbridge, which is where I actually started this video off. And you can actually see Evil Bob on the right hand side of the screen trying to catch the attention of that other user, but it doesn't seem to be working very well, so we'll leave him be. Now this area should look very familiar. Spiders and goblins and all sorts of things that nobody likes. So let's see if I can get through this gate. Interesting. I may or may not have assisted these people in the past, so now they may or may not be doing me a favor of getting through that gate for free, whereas for anybody else it would cost 10 gold coins or gold pieces, GP, to get through. And as you can see now, I have entered the desert area. And of course, I need to remind you again that this is only the non-members areas that I'm visiting. I believe if you subscribe and become a member, you open up around 60% of the map. Or sorry, an extra 60% of the map is opened up for you. It may actually be more, but I'm not 100% sure. And this would be I believe it's Al-Kahirid. 1 second, let me just double check. Because I know as a kid, as a younger person, when I first played this game, I always called this area Al-Kahard, and I'm pretty sure that's wrong. And if I talk to this suspicious character, he reveals a little bit more about that secret mission I may or may not have been on. And if we just pass the bank and run down here past these fishing spots, we come to another border. Now this is an area known as Shanty's Pass or Shanty's Gate, and that brings you into the dangerous part of the desert. And here is the main man himself. What is this place? The Pass of Shanty. I'm an adventurer. I must be an adventurer. There we go. Now, the good thing about Shanty is he is actually a good character. He provides you with desert robes, which help keep you alive for longer in the desert. So Let's just see what we can get up to with this dialogue. Well, that seems reasonable. So let's just get to the main. Oh no. You need to be on a member server to trade with Shanty. What a shame. But that just goes to show not everything in the game is free. But I do believe that Runescape, at least back in whenever I played it properly, a bunch of years back, Runescape was the world's #1 free MMORPG. So that's just a fun fact. And as you can see in the video, I'm signing off. So if you have made it this far, I do thank you very, very much for getting through the whole video and not falling asleep somehow. But I guess that means I actually failed in my efforts. So if you are still awake, I wish you good luck in finding sleep tonight.